Greetings, traveler.
We got ourselves a Slyders game. Yet again, this man does not stop playing crazy good games. Beast, Demon, Quilboar, Pirate, Elemental. Lots of good type, lots of cool stuff. Demons get very big, Elementals get very big, Pirate has a lot of money. Goes for the Vol'jin here. Okay, that's fun. Let's see what he does with that. Used to be like Vol'jin Stun Drake, that was, what would go? Okay, we have a shield. We are fighting an AFK here, so that's the point. It's a waste of 4 gold. Think of it this way. You saying that it's a problem that Wisdom Ball sometimes misses is very similar to saying, I tripled into the card that I didn't need. What the hell? That's a waste of a triple. That's sort of part of the game, right? Part of the game is that you play, you take a chance, and you then work with the result. So if Helpful Refreshes was always like copy your board or a 7-drop or something, that would just be way too powerful. Same if you discover from like 20 units and you would always hit the unit you want, right? That's also too powerful. And it would also like homogenize the gameplay too much, because instead of being an auto battler where you go with the flow, it's just always force the best thing, because you would always hit the best thing because, you know, you would have programmed it to always hit. Fulgent Nightbane. Are Undead in? No Undead, no Dragons. Okay, we got Chef's Choice. That's pretty sweet. Chef a Pirate? Yeah, that is such a good hit. The 2/5 is also very, very nice to have because it grows permanently when you Vol'jin Hero Power. So very, very solid start here. I like that a lot. Like when turn 3 just fits, just like, just clean, you know. Gets the tie against the Lich King. Very nice. You kind of want to level Chef. It's a bit annoying though. Ooh, yeah, I'm just gonna sell it. So he chefed first instead of selling, which means he can't get a 3-drop, but it also means that if he gets a worse minion, like anything that's worse than the Cyclone, then he can just sell that minion instead. So I think that's fair. Could have also gotten Gambler, but with Gambler, I think you still sell the Cyclone to keep the money, so it's a bit of a weird one. I don't know, maybe I would have just sold first, but Slyders not up for that. Wants to get guaranteed decent outcome, so if he doesn't sell the Cyclone, he can always keep the shield, which is it's a pretty good like bottom end of the play. Okay, buys the damage first, so no Peggy. Casually takes 6 damage here to add more stuff to the board. I think the 3/3 is absolutely worth it if your board isn't full yet, so that just helps you take less damage. But Slyders puts his armor to use here. I think that's also because Vol'jin struggles with economy. Like there's no inherent like economy buff to him. He is pure combat. So picking up an extra gold here, it's kind of nice. Who's watching? We're watching Slyders if that's the question. If the question is who is watching, then it's all of us. I assume. Anyone not paying attention? Anyone not watching? Wow, these are both fantastic, but the typewriter is kind of broken, so... Yeah, typewriter when you're on 4 is just fantastic. Ooh, that's a weird one, because you have a triple here, but you don't really want to waste your typewriter. I think he's rolling to get a 4-drop instead. Hey, Shapiro, thank you for the 82. Using your prime. Thank you, thank you. Rylak. Rylak is fantastic. Sure. He gets a double here. Ooh, double turtle? I kind of like double turtle. Just play the Rylak and farm, and this turn, if you win, cool. If you lose... You can also store the money in the form of the baller, but I like picking up the 2 turtles here. And then just holding the turtles in the hand. Like it's a pretty solid play, because he's also on 41 health here, which means that the lowest he can go is 31, and then he can level to 5 and have 10 extra gold for a turn. All right, here we go. So he's gonna get the ooh, yeah, right. Rylak can generate himself, because it's not really the Rylak, it's the Tiger Shark that generates it. That's kind of disgusting. He wins the round, which is fine, because it's still going to be a 10 damage cap. So he very, very just likely just levels to 5 here. And then it means that on turn 7 he can take the damage. and he's still doing more than okay. He had a elemental there with 2 Rylaks, but he did not have anything to set it up right. He's looking at the elementals here, but there we go. Okay, he's gonna freeze it in the end. You like Coke? I feel like Deck Tracker's the Coke and Firestone's the Pepsi, but that's obviously because I've been using Deck Tracker forever. Gets another Stegodon here. He's not playing around Cleave. Well, he has Rylaks. Can't really play around Cleave with Rylaks. You can put the Rylak in the back, but he also has Stegodon, right? So if you play around Cleave here, it means you put your beasts in the back when you have Stegodon. That doesn't really make sense either. Or you're gonna put your Stegodon in the back, or like it's just like it's very playing around Cleave is just incorrect there. So he is freezing it to start buffing the shop. So it looks like he might want to find that ley line again now, because he has the oh, we can find it here. Goes for the oh, has the Smuggler in the same shop. Okay, and rerolls here. Ooh, yeah, kind of down for rerolls. So it's pretty likely going to go for the Smuggler and the Jazzer next to Rylak. Oh, he's not buying the other Smuggler. Ooh, got the Reborn. Reborn's great. That's interesting. So it wasn't good enough for him to go for the other Jazzer. Ooh. Can he do it? Yeah, he can. Oh my god, yes. And the Brann got buffed too. That is beautiful. Big rolls. Big reward. So he is going to prioritize not taking the damage here. That was a tougher turn. He had a lot of money, but having this board before the Greater Trinket is kind of insane. Like, that is such an unreal situation. I hope that that second Rylak is just triggering on the other one. Alright, we suicide this so it works. Nice, perfect. The Brann has 64 health, so he's never dying here. Oh, wow, what a satisfying turn, man. His gems are up to 7 health now. Let's see what the Greater Trinket gives him here, right? But this is such a clean start. Brought to you by not buying trash, basically. Golden 7? You can get a Golden Beast, but let's see what the 7 has. Sanders? Yeah, Sanders would be fun. Ooh, oh, yeah, okay, never mind. That is insane. I was like, I missed. Oh, I was like, yeah, never mind. Never mind. Didn't say anything. Golden Sanguine is pretty good here, chat. Gets another Reborn. Right, he has the foodie. I was like, oh, why does he need extra money? But he's got the foodie. Wind Fury on the Macaw because it's going to buff itself when it attacks. Man, if I was in his place, I would be so tempted to try and, you know, have some guaranteed milk here, but it's why he's on 28, right? He's just pushing really hard for the triples, because if he has a golden Rylak, then he can just play the Rylak in between and it will trigger both anyway. So this is Slyders essentially playing well and saying, hey, I don't have to risk it here. I just have to not take damage for a while. I'm gonna get this Golden Sanguine. At some point, I'm gonna get an Eyes or just a Golden Rylak. And when that point happens, I am going to start scaling a lot anyway. Ooh, dude, that Rewinder. If that sometimes gets Leroyed, you could take so much damage there. That's hilarious. Because that Rewinder is in the second spot. Alright. Yeah, he's gonna get zero buffs this fight. At least permanent buffs. He's getting a lot of temporary buffs here. But he's not losing the fight, and he has a golden 7-drop in his hand, so that is huge. Other people are using a Greater Trinket. He doesn't use his Greater Trinket yet. So the fact that he doesn't take damage here is fantastic. Titus is wonderful. Scarabs are almost always great, but he skips it here. Okay, he's gonna cycle that and ooh, okay. He just doesn't care this turn. He's like all in because he knows next turn he's getting the Golden Sanguine anyway. Interesting. Oh, that's a Divine Shield on the Quill. Also Reborn for next turn, but looks like he doesn't want that. Yeah, shielding your Gem Smuggler is fantastic. That's the that's how you die to cleaves, basically. And he's got a horse here. He's on a horse. So this is again something that I would have so much difficulty with seeing it in the moment, but now that Slyders does it, it makes a lot of sense because again, he's just focused on let me just not take damage here because I have a golden Sanguine that is ready to go. I have a Titus. I will get a lot of gem buffs. It will happen, but I need to be alive for that to happen. In order for me to be alive, if I sell my Jazzer here, I can get a 100% proc on my Smuggler. And then next turn I'm going to be fine. Gets the shield right on time, but that is a 400 health cleave. We do go first here. I think we might already have enough. Because that's a golden macaw with Wind Fury. And the fact that he has a chance to beat a 400 health cleave here is like just stupid. Like that is just incredible. It's also like he put a horse on the board that makes him so much better. Okay, and it lives. Wow. I mean, not really. Get him, horse. Horse him. Horsepower. Yeah. If he goes secondary, he loses, but I would have had a 0% chance to win this fight. Kind of crazy, yeah. Just well done. I sort of want to be on tier 6 for eyes. But it looks like Slyders just wants to hit manually. Wants to just roll the other Rylak. I guess rolling more Branns and rolling more Titus is also very good. Yeah, being able to play that on tier 6 for eyes would be so good. Okay, Baller's nice. He's actually going to play Saloon. I thought I might hold Saloon there. Again, just to like try to hit eyes next turn. But he got armor. Armor is also still pretty sweet. That's just a freeze, I'm afraid. Yeah. The money's just not there because you can sell 2 things and everything else is off limits here. If you could sell from hand, this would work. But you can't. So. He shields it so that he doesn't get wrecked by the cleave. He's putting that one in the middle now because he's over 30 health. So even if he takes 15 here, he will not be below cap. And now he can, instead of greeting for a couple health points, he can greet now for Sanguine procs. Okay, but he's actually going to split it up here, which is interesting. Yeah, I like this positioning a lot here. Well, this could still not work out, sure. I mean, with cleave, I guess they both work out, right? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Sure, we'll take it. I mean, as long as he doesn't take damage, this is a huge win, right? Because he's getting some Sanguine procs here. There's a lot of cleaves, yeah. He did a great job with those shields. Would have been very sad if the shields wasn't there and he would just be getting kicked by cleaves. Look at how much health he has here. Bit surprised it's better to risk the macaw to cleave than Brann or Titus. What positioning would you have liked there instead of what he did? Yeah, not leveling gave him armor, which allowed him to greet the positioning a little bit. So now he doesn't really have to level anymore. Leveling was just for eyes. Now we can just roll for Brann Titus. Wonderful. Such a crazy good spot. Yeah, we can reborn the macaw. This is so satisfying. Shields. Just end on a Bach. What else here? Sell a Bach for a coin. Alright, chat. Now it's gonna go hard. He's already on 22-28, but now every Rylak is going to be guaranteed to proc the Sanguine. Opponent goes first, so that does block some scaling. Us going first would mean that the macaw can trigger on the reborn part of the macaw, on the reborn part of the Rylak. But because he goes first now, our Rylak has already died. So it's going to get cleaved before the macaw has reborn value. Game was well played. Yeah. I mean, that's why we watch a ton of Slyders on this channel. He just gets so many of these games. Oh, the reborn wouldn't have happened anyway here. Just look at these buffs, chats. Oh, beautiful. How many gems? Oh my god. The deck tracker needed to take a moment to calculate what the gem stats were at. Yeah, I guess when you have a golden sanguine, it goes fast, huh? 70-76 in 2 fights. Ooh-wee. Rylak got so big it survived. It didn't used to be like that, right? Well, with Macaw, yeah. But I feel like Rylak with Reborn is sometimes getting stats as well. It's kind of weird. Yeah, that Reborn is weird. I think you just end on another Rylak and you're rolling for... You could take the gem transfer to play around stuff. Yeah. Still just trying to keep the gem smuggler alive. That's fair. Yeah, now it's kind of just roll for Brann and Titus. Not super fun. New hero power, maybe? I don't know. I think he does it, yeah. Use the hero power now and then grab it. Oh, Farden's okay. He wants double Brann or double Titus anyway. Then he can end on the Rylak here. It's already top 3. Wow, this game is going fast. Why not gems on Rylak? Well, he kind of wanted to die. Ooh, man, I thought he would end on Rylak next to the Sanguine this turn. Well, that is not a Stegodon comp, so it doesn't matter. Goldrun is never big enough. It's funny how much better Stegodon is than Goldrun when it comes to dealing with stats. Not a Rylak with cleave. Yeah, but you're fighting beasts. Beasts don't really cleave you. It used to be different back in the day with Cave Hydra. Then Beast was like the only cleave, or I guess you had Foe Reaper and Hydra.
Won't swapping the tier 7 and Smuggler make the buffs happen before they are played?
If you change the tier 7, you will trigger the tier 7 instead of the Rylak. This is very bad. The tier 7 has to be behind the Rylak. What's the second minion? It's a 4-drop beast that gives him 2 rerolls whenever it takes damage, up to 3 times per fight. The regular one is 1 roll, the golden one is 2 rolls. Need Nuzao back. Yeah, I don't know about Nuzao. I'm a big Nuzao fan, but it is not super healthy design either. I just say like, oh, I need a card that can just like kill anything, anywhere, all the time. I was like, that's maybe a bit too good. Oh, the Varden missed the Brann. Unlucky. That would have been so beautiful. Come on. We need that. We need that golden Brann, chat. Golden Brann, me dude. He's taking a damage to roll for it. That's so memey, and I love it. Gets it. Easy, baby. He's gonna do this so he gets the battle cries. This is like probably wrong in terms of win rate, but I'm like super for it because it gives him more chance to hit the golden Titus as well this turn. So he actually held his battle cries in the hand until he got until he was on the very, very, very last moment to get golden Brann. And if he didn't get golden Brann, then he would have started playing the Tavern Tempests. But because he got the golden Brann right at the end, it's fine. Just trying to see if we can find another Titus for shits and giggles here. Oh, Smuggler golden. Oh, that's great. Wait, are we doing that now? 3 sec. Oh my god, he's mad. He's mad, chat. He's mad. Oh no! It's okay. I want to watch the reaction here. The face of a madman, chat. He's going in. He knows he got lucky there. If that was one of chat's it would have bounced back into the hand. That's what chat would say. I'm conditioned now, like chat would automatically say, if I was playing that, it would bounce back to my hand. Because the streamers have special connections. That's how it works. Yeah, I mean it helps if you're playing on PC to begin with. It helps if you're not lagging as much. But it's also sad that you have to worry about your specs to play Hearthstone. Probably shouldn't be a thing. Also, if you do have bad animations, make sure that your frame rate is set to high. Begin with that, that helps a lot. Has Bloodstone's passed yours yet? Yeah, he did now in this fight. Damn it. My record was pulverized here. Yeah, I mean, when you have a golden Sanguine, a golden Rylak, a golden Wind Fury, Roan Macaw, golden Brann, it does go quite hard.